To build positive live chat experience for you and your viewers, Chew can participate.
Doing an intro?
Yeah, I mean we can. It's running. It's running live now. So.
All right, let's just do it.
Yeah, we can say hey.
All right, what's up, guys?
Hey, this is Bob with Meeper's Jeepers, and this is Meeper. We're getting ready to turn a set of rotors
That's
today.
Bob.
Yep, Bob. We're getting ready to turn a set of rotors today for a charger for a customer. He took them, had them powder coated, so he just wants the surface from where they sandblasted them cleaned up. As far as where they should be pretty even, but we've done a video before on how to turn rotors or rotors being turned. You guys always seem to kind of eat that kind of stuff up, so we figured we'd do a live today, kind of walk you through a little bit of the process. I took my shield off here so you guys can see the rotor a little better. I know it's not like, you know, OSHA certified, whatnot, but I found the cone already, our spacer and our spring, so we're going to get our first rotor put up on there. I'm just going to kind of let it run in the background. I'll try to take a look. Like I said, this is like our third time ever going live, so
I'll man the camera.
right, yeah,
That's what I'll do.
Try to just watch, see if anybody pops on. Just make sure you can kind of see me, and I'll try to explain to you guys as much as I can as we're going. So we'll back this out of our way first here so that our rotor fits in. Most of these machines, whether it's brand new or, you know, from the early 70s like this one, they all operate pretty much under the same principle. You know, the dial spins in, cuts it as it goes, but I'll kind of show you everything as we run.
That's a good explanation, Bob. I'm sure that everybody understands now.
I'm sure they do. They all ought to go out and buy one, right? Turning rotors is a bit of a dying breed. There's not a whole lot of places around that can still even do it. I'm just grabbing the rubber collar spacer and our nut that locks it on here. So this setup, there it goes. The nut going on the end here is reverse thread. It always throws me off, righty-loosey, to tighten that guy up there. So we're just going to get this thing set and snug it up here real quick. Doesn't take a whole lot of force to hold it on there, but you do want to make sure that you get it snugged up pretty good. Then what we'll do is we'll work on setting up our cutters. So I just need to loosen this setup up from the last one we had. We'll loosen this piece up as well. And I like to just center everything up as much as we can. So I'm going to run the rotor itself out a hair so that we can be centered on our cutter, and our rotor will be centered with the nut. So that's just the settings back here, and then it'll walk this piece out. And we'll just lock that back down. Okay, we'll kind of center the cutting head up. Those little metal shavings get in everywhere. You just want to make sure you keep them free and clear. We'll snug this one down. So one of the things that we're doing is trying to create a little bit more engagement with our channel. So we're really close to being able to be monetized, and we think that'll help us be able to produce a little bit more content. Maybe make our wives understand, you know, why we want to do this, spend our weekends making videos and whatnot for you guys, editing and, you know, doing all that. And I'm trying to get better at it. So, you know, it's a lot of learning. I tell people all the time I fix cars for a living. I don't, you know, but I'm trying to dabble in this stuff a little bit and trying to find out what you guys like and what you watch, and, you know, keep it interesting too. So, but we're just a few subscribers away from being monetized. So if you guys could just make sure you hit that like and share and follow and subscribe if you haven't already. So just working on centering this up. So we ran it all the way off of our nut, so we want to make sure that we're past our wheel for when it gets to that point. So now what we'll do is we'll run it in about halfway, and then I like to preload the cutters with about 10 thousandths. So I just run this around here. We'll preload that to 10. We'll back this one off from the last time it was ran, zero it out, and then run it up to 10 thousandths. And then what I'll do now is kind of center these up, even them up the best I can here. And then I'll just hold the head of them tight on the rotor while I tighten this nut. I want to make sure we keep that even. kind of a lot of moving parts. That's probably some of the reason why this stuff's a dying breed, is it's very mechanical, kind of labor intensive. You know, the other problem is manufacturers make rotors so cheap anymore that they're throwaway. They're already at their machinable limit when you start, you know, when you get it. So there's no room for it to be able to be turned. So I'm just going to spin it by hand. I backed both of them off. I just want to make sure that it doesn't hit. Yep. So looks pretty good. So that lets us know it's not warped over 10 thousandths from that point. So I'm going to try to put a silencer ring on it here. I don't know if that one will reach as much as this one. We'll try it. And this just helps keep down on the vibrations, the chatter when you're turning the rotor. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of loud with them, but it keeps down on those harmonic, I don't know, chatter that creates little vibrations in the actual surface. So if it starts to do it, I'll be sure to show you guys so you can kind of see what that looks like. So cool, we got that set. This is tightened. I'm just going to double check everything's tight. I just like to make sure nothing's going to move on us. Okay, and then we'll flip it on and see what happens. So it looks pretty good. I'm going to slowly run the cutters in now until it just touches. So hopefully it'll be about our 10 thousandths mark. We got a follower or something on there. Oh, you look like you're signaling me something. So just go nice and slow until it just makes contact. And it looks like there's a little bit of a lip on the inside. So, yep, they're right at 10, so that's good. I don't think these things are going to be warped at all. We'll see how the backside goes. It's just got a little bit of a lip. So we took them until they touched. I zero them out. Now we're going to run it all the way in. So like I said, as it gets to this front lip here, it looks like there's a bit of buildup from the old one, or from it, you know, being used. So we're just going to make sure we go slow and knock that completely off. Yeah, see here how the tone changed? So we'll just kind of cut that off there. Got the back side, so pretty even. Alright, so I'm just going to do one line, which is about a half a thousandths. I'm sorry, 2 thousandths. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, so 2 thousandths is what we're going to take off each side here. And we'll let this run on a what they call a fast cut. So back here on the machine, there's a fast and a slow setting. I'm going to set it to fast, and then it'll kind of walk it out here. Got 7 people on there. Seven people live streaming. Thanks everybody. I appreciate it. I don't know if there's been any comments or anything there yet. Says something. Says message retracted. So we'll say hi. Yeah. It says message retracted. Sorry, Jacob Obi 23 or Z31. I can't quite see what your comment is, so I don't know if maybe you can type it out again. I don't know why it was retracted, but appreciate you getting on there.
They are warped just a hair. Just see that.
Yep. Yep. So that was just 2 thousandths. So what I'll do now is I'll just stop it from running out, and I'll run it back in, and then we'll take another line. We just like to go low and slow. We don't want to get too much heat in our cutters or anything like that, so we just like going slow and steady wins the race on these things. But yeah, you can see the looks, you know, womp womp womp. So we'll take another line and run it again. So now we're up to 4 thousandths each side. No, 6 is how many people are viewing. 10 minutes is how long it's been going. So we've been live for 10 minutes. But the little person is 6 people watching. So thank you guys for watching. Cameraman about dropped you.
So these were not new?
No, they weren't new. He's got a Challenger or something that he's turned into like a Super Bee and put a supercharger and stuff on it. It's a pretty cool car, but he took and had these rotors powder coated and then sandblasted, and he just wants the face of them cleaned up. But yeah, got a little bit of warpage to him there.
So we're gonna know what, another 2,000?
Yeah, it's only touching on the outside edges there, so yeah, we'll probably crank it up. Try to get a shot of that backside there if you can. Show them that, how it's warped different. You see that there, guys? How
it's pretty smooth on the back.
Yeah, the front's still got a lot of room to go. So, all right, we'll keep it rolling here. Before we get interrupted, if someone calls the shop, it'll interrupt my live. So.
Yeah.
So if we cut out, just know that's why, and I'll try to bring you back as quick as I can.
I mean, for me, it's just pretty neat to see how this works, because you don't see a lot of shops doing stuff like this anymore.
Yeah, no, our local O'Reilly's used to, but their machine got broke or something, so they don't really do it anymore.
Well, when I was a kid, Napa would do all kinds of machining when I was a kid, but.
Well, this place was the Napa.
Oh, okay.
So when you took your stuff to Napa, the old owner of this shop is who used to do it. We're getting into it pretty good.
So that's 8,000 we went so far?
Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of hear the tone change as it goes. That's sometimes what a lot of machining is listening to the tone of your machine. All these new fancy CNC machines, whatnot. I mean, you're not going to CNC a rotor,
Right. Yeah, it's definitely a dying skill for sure. I mean, all the machines you got in your shop are probably older than both of us.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he worked at the machine shop at Napa, like he ran it. Yeah, it's looking real good. We got a little bit around that ring, so we'll do one more. That'll put us right about 10 backsides, about the same way. Got one little lip. So we'll fire it back up, run it back in. I just don't like dry running it. So we'll run it back in and then take it up to 10 thousandths, and we'll see where we're at.
And we got 4 of these guys to do, so you can see just how long this takes to do. I mean, it's not crazy long, but
yeah, the problem is it only pays like 25 bucks a piece.
Right.
So like
today in our throwaway society,
you go buy another set. Yeah. Yeah, when my shop labor rate's $157 an hour, like for this to be, 25 bucks, it's like, man, you'd have to be able to knock all 4 of these out in under an hour, and we're at 20 minutes on the first one.
Even get close to making any money on them.
Yeah, and we still got another cut. You can see that in there. See that dark spot?
Yeah.
So we got one more cut.
So what can you safely cut off of it?
Well, so that it kind of depends too. So what we'll have to do is once we get them cut, we'll have to go see what the machinable tolerances is in the book, and let the guy know, hey, we're at this. A lot of times on a brand new rotor, it'll be stamped in the rim of the rotor, like in the lip of it. It'll
the lowest you can go.
Right, the lowest turnable tolerance. Yeah. I mean, like I said, this thing's a bit more of, I mean, it's a cool car, but I think he uses it more as a show car than you don't daily drive it, so. Yeah, we got one more. Wow. Yeah, backside still got a spot in it as well.
So you can see, guys, like when you first see the rotors, I mean, they don't look terrible at all. But the first one, we're going to be cutting now 10 thousandths off of it.
We're up to 12.
12.
Well, that's 12 thousandths per side, so total 24 thousandths off of it. And it don't look like it got it either. It's close. You can see it's a silver spot. The next cut will get it.
So we're going up to 14 on each side.
Yeah, but we could probably do the next cut as our final cut. If it looks smooth, we'll run it as a final and see how it looks. Yeah, so it'll run a lot slower, do a better finish, and we'll just see what it looks like. It looked like my belt slipped there for a second on my machine.
That's what hit the cutting head.
Oh, just the belt slipped in it and it like stopped for a second.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I need to get a new belt or tighten the motor up or something. Yeah, so I'll shut it off here so you guys can see. Yeah, it looks real good, but you can see there's still just a tiny little spot. I mean, but you can't feel it with your nail. It's just you can see a little bit of the discoloration in it.
So the finish turn should take care of that.
Yeah, so we'll try to run a finish turn now. Backside looks real good if you want to show them that. Yeah, it's looking real good in there. So, hopefully you guys can hear us okay. I know the machine's loud, whatnot, but we got our mic rolling. So I'm going to set it up here and we'll do our final cut, and then hopefully this one will be done.
Like you said, guys, the final cut's going to go a lot slower, so it really smooths out the face of the rotor. Are you taking another 2 for the finish?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen this done 100 times, and it's always interesting to watch.
Right. The other thing I was going to tell you guys that I forgot, you can keep filming. That's what they want to see. They don't want to see me. Is that we got some T-shirts that we're wanting to give away. So once we hit our 500 subscribers and we're able to become monetized, we got some custom Meepers Jeepers T-shirts that we're gonna put everyone's name in and do one of those like wheel spin things where it'll draw a name. I think is what we're gonna do. So if that's something you guys are interested in, maybe give us a holler, give us a comment. Like I said, we had some custom T-shirts made. I think you've seen us wear them in a couple of our videos. So they're pretty sweet. They got like our own custom rat pink design on them. So
That really does pull back a lot slower, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
But especially guys with sports cars, bigger trucks, it really saves you a bit of money to turn down rotors rather than to buy new ones, because some of the big trucks can get very expensive.
Yeah, I mean $150 a rotor.
Yeah.
Whereas I can turn them for 25, 30 bucks. I don't know. I should probably consider upping my prices, but with everything. But I just kind of kept everything the way John had it when he was down here. So
it's been that price for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see that smoother line there, guys. About, I don't know, 1.5 inches in.
It really does a phenomenal job. Oh no, it's recording. It says live. Yeah, I just got a. As we got interrupted with a phone call from my shop. It just finished that turning. For anyone that was hanging in there, I appreciate it. For those of you that didn't, you know, no worries. I get it. When the live stops, it stops. So, but we're getting ready. We're going to do a crosshatch finish on it. It's just something that I like doing to make sure that the surface helps those brake pads seat in. So we just got to fine grit here on a drill, and we run it basically the opposite direction of the cut. So go ahead. So there you can kind of see it puts a real nice crosshatch on it, gives that finish, you know, just that added touch to help those pads seat in. So we'll do it on the back side here as well, just a crosshatch. Yep, and that just helps the pad seat in. I'll show you here. It's got a real nice finish to it now. So I'm sure the customer will be super happy with that, get him back on his charger. But like I said, guys, if you want to, if you can, go on there, like, share, subscribe. As soon as we get to 500 subscribers, what we're going to do is give away those Meepers Jeepers shirts. So stay tuned for that. Keep watching for our content, and I appreciate you guys hanging in there. So thanks again.
Guys.
See ya.
Let me hit that again.